everyone. Welcome back to the CB Show. I'm Chris.
I'm Brandon.
Hey, Brandon, guess what? Let's get right into the weekly update.
Jump right into it.
Yeah.
Talk about what everybody's waiting for.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a big announcement this week, and for those of you who didn't see it, I got the opportunity to sit down with the owner, Steve Patton, and he gave this big announcement. So let's take a look.
Hey everyone, I'm glad to be sitting here with Steve Patton, President and CEO of Watsontown Trucking. And we discussed last week about a big announcement. And Steve's here to give that to us, the whole team.
So it's a good day for me, and it's going to be a great day for all of you. I was going over the safety data from that you heard about last week, and we drove 1.7 million miles in the month of April without a DOT accident. So far in May, we haven't had any accidents either. So that's a great thing. There's no reportable injuries, and things are trending upward. We have definitely made an impact in the industry, and it's because of all of you. I think about this company, and it's almost like a human being. There's a heartbeat, and that is the workforce, like the drivers and mechanics that keep everything moving. And then there's other parts of the body. You can say that the administrative and management people maybe are the brains of the body. But each of us, without a heartbeat, the body doesn't function. And so without the driver force that we have and the great people we have, doesn't matter if you have a brain, if your heart isn't beating, you will not function. And that is why we're talking to you right now. So we have decided that effective next Monday, when you come to work, you're going to make between $4,000 and $6,000 a year more. For each category, there's going to be a different increase. Obviously, we only are doing this because of the performance of the company and the great work that you've done. So start Monday, you're going to hear about the category that you're working in from your driver manager or from Brandon or Chris. And you're going to see a significant pay increase. It's the largest pay increase in the history of the company. And just to give you a scope of how it's going to impact the company, it's about a $2 million expense to the company to do this. So I'm happy to do it. I'm smiling about it. You should be smiling about it. And again, great work to all of you that support this company. And we have good things coming in the future. Thank you.
Take care.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's wild,
Listen,
right?
I mean, that speaks volumes.
Yeah.
I mean, every level, he hit it about the drivers and the safety and just the way things are happening, and it just, that's unbelievable. That's
Yeah, in a nutshell, really what it is, everyone here, all this hard work, all this safety-minded stuff, everybody's going to get the fruits of that labor. We're going to, wages are going to increase, and for starting wages, to get new talent into our company,
Listen, exactly, like what you said, they're getting a new talent in here,
right?
Helping us grow,
Yep.
and giving, and pushing the value of everything that you guys do out there.
Yeah.
So it goes without being said. You guys are doing a phenomenal job, and it pays off in the end. I mean,
Right.
obviously, right there it is. So
Yeah, we're in the weekly update, and let's be honest, we had an incident this week.
listen, I hate to say that every good thing comes to an end.
Right.
We had a great run there for a while with no injuries and no accidents. Unfortunately, this week we had one of each. We had a driver get themselves on an unfamiliar road,
Right.
I guess you would say, and he ended up having to make an adjustment and backed into a vehicle, causing substantial damage to the vehicle. So that's going to be
Yeah, it was a brand new Corvette, wasn't it?
brand new.
Yeah, of course, that's the way it
yeah,
works. So.
we're going to hit it. We're going to make sure we hit it.
Yeah, it's good, right?
But so that'll be our DOT reportable because that Corvette had to be towed away. And then we had a fellow driver who, was cranking dolly legs, popped his shoulder, and it just goes to the importance of stretching. You get up. If you remember all the way back to our first one with Joe Cotton,
Oh, yeah,
you said everybody wakes up and look at any animal when they first get up.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing they do is stretch. You know, as soon as he said that, it was a mental thing for me.
Right.
And he's right. You know, you stretch, and even just crank a dolly leg, because you know we just lost a good driver, long veteran driver. He's got to have surgery on his shoulder, so we definitely want to make sure we're stretching and you make sure that we're able to do the job at hand.
But the good thing is, you know, we go back, we got a nice little wage increase. We'll work on these little things. It's not the end of the world.
Yep.
You know, we can fix those. You know, just cautious and doing the stretching, as you said.
And, you know, we start again.
Yep, we start again. Start a new cycle.
Now we have a goal.
Yep.
So I got to look back and see how many weeks we had there in a row.
Right.
See if we can beat that. So
Absolutely.
next week I'll figure out exactly how many weeks we had without accidents or injury, and we'll put that up there. And
Yeah.
we'll have a running chart for that.
And no reason to put our heads down, right?
No, yeah, definitely. Stay positive.
Right.
You guys are all doing a great job. You know, again, we're gonna have bumps here and there, but we try to minimize that.
That's right.
Joining the team this week.
Okay.
We have a local driver from Williamsport, South
Okay.
Williamsport, I believe. Eric. Eric is a fellow driver that was here before. Had to take a little sabbatical and go take care of some personal business.
Okay.
But you know, we kept our word. Said, "Well, hey, listen, when you're ready to come back, come back." He kept his. He said, "I love the company. I wouldn't want to go anywhere else." And
Awesome.
the day he moved back, he called me and he's like, he's ready to go. So he started this week, and
Well, welcome back, Eric, right?
yeah, absolutely. Welcome back,
Excited
Eric.
to see Eric. So, always, things that may have changed since last time he was there, so make sure we're giving a helping hand when possible. You know, saying on the weekly update and saying about the things that had something that just came out this past week that both and I worked very hard on is a new video, recruiting video. So,
Yeah.
you know, let's take a look at that. I think I'm really anxious to see it.
It
Share.
came out good. It
Yeah,
came
right.
out good.
Job stability,
growing company,
family friendly,
flexible schedules,
safety focused,
opportunity for advancement.
well-maintained trucks.
Working for Watsontown's awesome because they pay by the hour. Say, you know, you don't make 400 miles that day, that's okay because you're gonna get paid regardless. So being safe and efficient is much more important. They focus a lot on the safety and the pay, so I like that aspect of it, especially being paid by the hour.
Being a part of a growing company shows you that there's an asset in the company, so you shouldn't worry about having a job if you're doing what you're supposed to do. A small company feel, big company benefits, absolutely.
I was always scared of this place because it was so big. A lot of people look at a bigger company, you almost get lost because it's such a big company. These guys ain't like that.
Getting in the truck every day, you feel confident in what you're doing and confident that it's safe. Going down the road, if you do have any problems or occurrences, that you can get a hold of maintenance to get it repaired, to get it looked at. So definitely getting in your truck every day here gives you a confidence that, you know, Watsontown has your back.
I've worked for 3 companies and I stopped here. All I could say, like, if you were a friend of mine and you wanted to come work for Watsontown, I say, listen, if you're a worker, they're gonna work you and you're gonna love it here.
The thing I like about Watsontown is I am home every night. The pay is good and it lets you have that family home time. Being able to get home and enjoy my life outside of work. And that's the biggest reason, like, I think I've stayed here.
I'm Dee Dee Grayback and I drive for Watsontown Trucking.
I'm Michael Hauk and I drive for Watsontown Trucking.
Thank you, Watsontown Trucking, for showing me that a company can actually see you and not just what you can do. Thank you.
Well, that was a great video.
It really was.
Every time I watch it, it sends chills. You know,
I was gonna say, it gives you a little goosebumps.
It does.
It can't be more accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's what we're focused on in the family. You know, we worry about the equipment and everybody. Like, it speaks volumes on its own. You know, definitely, but it's definitely a special thanks to Dee Dee, Mike, and also Dave out there for helping us all out.
Absolutely.
You know, that was great. So
I know they were all a little nervous getting in front of the
yeah,
camera.
they definitely were. But they all did great. I mean, it was phenomenal. But that, like you said, that'll be at our webpage.
Webpage, yeah.
It's
On the
on
careers tab.
Careers tab to
go take a
webpage,
look at
so-
it too.
anybody you know that drives and one, you think they'd be a great asset to our team, definitely reference them to the careers tab. Watch the video.
Yep.
I watched the video a few times with my family, and it's definitely great. So I encourage them to watch it. Visit WatsontownTrucking.com and reach out, and we'll get them all squared away to get the people in trucks.
Okay, well, that, I guess you could say that wraps up the weekly update, but, as we move into the who's who,
The who's who.
one of the stars of that video was Dave.
Dave, absolutely.
And, I took the time earlier this week, to sit down with Dave, have kind of a one-on-one interview, and you can test to Dave, like, Dave's got a great story, so we wanted to kind of share that
Yes,
story
it's
with the
very
rest of
good
you and take a look at it here.
All right.
Hey everyone, it's great to be here with Dave. He sat down here.
Would you?
Yeah, well, thank you. We had just showed the video that we just created here at Watsontown for a driver recruitment campaign, and you were a big part of that. And the story you have of where you started and where you are today, and I just wanted to share that and bring it to light, because I think it's so important that we talk about the family of companies, we talk about the family here at Watsontown, and things that go on, and you had to point in that video where you're just more than just what you do. It's about who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted the audience to really get a first-hand take on Dave and a little bit about your background here. So let's go back. Let's go back in time here. So Dave, where were you born and raised at? Where'd that all start?
Harlem, New York.
Harlem, New
From
York.
Manhattan to the tourist.
Okay. And when did you leave the city? When did you?
I think I left the city around like 2021.
Okay.
Something like that. Roughly.
When you were 21 years old?
21 years old.
All right. So then you migrated to central Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Wow.
My wife.
Oh, okay.
I met my wife. I courted her for about a year and ended up here.
Oh, there you go. So now you're in central PA. Well, you weren't did you have your CDL at that time?
No, not in New York. I actually worked like 2 or 3 jobs at one time, and I got tired of doing that. I wanted a decent paying job that I can make the same amount of money working 2 or 3 jobs, but in one spot.
I got you. So you went and got your CDL, I
Correct.
suppose. And what inspired you to get the CDL? I mean, pay obviously, but was there anybody in your life that that you knew or?
Well, actually, when I was working at Sheetz, there used to be a driver that frequent more
Okay.
so than anything, and and I would talk to him from time to time. He would deliver the dairy products, and
Okay.
he was like, "So you want to drive?" And then the next day he came and he gave me a number to a school, and then through my searching around, I found out my dad drove.
Oh wow, that's awesome. So it runs in the family. You got inspired by another driver, and then here you are today. And so, then you get. I think you came out of school. You get hired on here at Watsontown after. It took you a couple years to get in the door here, and you did,
yeah,
which is great. And so, Dave, the story even gets better here. I don't know if I would say better, but the story develops,
better.
right? It does get better, right? So, tell us a little bit. So you have outside of work, you have enjoyment in boxing, right?
Yes,
So,
correct.
but let's share the story of what occurred. You're driving here for a few years, and then all of a sudden, life throws you a curveball, right?
Correct. So I wanted to stay in shape, so I started boxing. And through my trials in the boxing field, I was running. I had my first amateur fight.
Okay. Did you win?
Yes, I did.
Oh, all right. So you're
First
1-0.
time KO, yes.
Nice.
1-0.
Nice.
But moving forward, I was training for my second fight, and I was running with my dog down 35. A lot of guys might not know, but a lot of PA guys might know 35, the Simmons Grove racetrack. And I got hit by a van. I didn't know I got hit. I just woke up in the hospital.
Oh wow. Probably through that you had some pretty tough
I was
injuries.
in the hospital for about a month and a half.
Right.
A broken nose, neck, shoulder, leg, and back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me. So now you're in rehabilitating yourself and such. Obviously through that's pretty extensive injuries, but for many of these you don't know. At that time, we were looking for somebody to fill a role in like almost a driver safety liaison role. And with that we had this technology in trucks, right? And you, so what Dave does is you monitor the videos on a
Correct.
daily basis.
Correct.
And then what do you do with those videos? You see, you work with the drivers?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I coach the events. I kind of give them my I don't want to say expertise, but coming from the driver aspect of, you know, how or what it would be beneficial to do in this order. Because like I know most truck drivers are temperamental and they don't want to be told what to do because they work hard.
Right.
And they're up against a lot of stress. So I kind of coach them to a point where it's like I offer some advice.
Yep.
They have to take
So,
it.
yeah, so it's like you are the coach. You're you know, we always, Brand and I joke about some of the coaching. I always say is Andy Reid, but it's the truth. It's you're trying to guide to avoid. And I think at the end of the day, your goal is just to get every one of our drivers, our team members, home to their families. Because you have a family, correct?
Yes, I have 4 daughters and a wife
Oh, there you go.
and a granddaughter.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to forget about
Yeah,
her.
absolutely. So, you know, there you are. You're laying on the side of the road after getting hit by a vehicle. And we, again, go back to this family. And that's, you know, that's one thing I'd say to you, like, what would you,
That's what I woke up to.
yeah, right, they're there, you know, and thankfully, right?
Thank you.
Exactly. So, but when we're sitting this coaching, I think your goal, just like Brandon and I and everybody else, is to get home, to allow our drivers the opportunity to get home to their families safely, right? And so, you know, if there's one thing you could say to the drivers, you know, from your point of view, from what you're seeing, just what would it be?
From my point of view, as far as getting all of our drivers home, keep up the good work.
Yeah.
You guys are doing excellent. There's a few minor hiccups here and there, but a lot of you guys are doing exceptionally well. Sometimes you might get a message or a call from me. I think a lot of guys put a little bit more importance on the phone calls opposed to the coaching aspect of the lytics program. But keep up the good work. That's all I can say. You know, as a driver, what you do and where you possibly stand with the company. If you know you're a good driver, then continue to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's a great message, Dave. You know, going on from that, you know, your role is just so vital to the company. And your story is just so awesome, you know, to come from the city to Central PA, and here you are. You know, started your career as CDL driver, got the all experience, and now you're part of the safety team, and just trying to make everybody's lives better. And you know, I just wanted to say thank you. You know, and you know, you did a great job on that video, of course, and you know.
Thank you.
There you go. And your family should be proud. So, you know, thanks a lot, Dave.
Thank you,
all right,
Chris.
take care, everyone.
Yes, sir. Drive safe.
Hey, great interview, right?
That was a great interview, man. Listen, that showed everything. I mean, everything that he's been through, you know, from Harlem, working 2-3 jobs, getting a woman, you know, he got a wife, now he's got 4 kids and a grandbaby. Listen, I mean, and he's doing a great job here for safety.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, he's very, very insightful for me at times, from time to time. And definitely other drivers that reach out to him, he reached out to them to discuss the videos and stuff. I just can't say enough.
Yeah, you know, he's training with his dog, right? He's out there running, getting ready for boxing, and then boom, life throws him curveball. Some fan just comes and sideswipes him and just runs him over.
Yeah.
And he's laid up in the hospital for months at a time, recovering. But he didn't lose hope, you know, and an opportunity came. He's passionate for safety, you know, and here he is today. Absolutely. And making a big impact at Watsontown Trucking, you know, and really as a coach and liaison for our drivers. So, you know, shouts out to Dave, his family, you know, the trauma they went through during that injury. But here it is. Life's you know, coming back for him a little bit, you know.
Coming back full circle.
Yeah.
You know, as you said, you know, every little piece of the puzzle that's around here makes this thing successful. And Dave is a very vital part.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely, we had to share that story. You know, the CB show, we love these kind of stories.
Great success stories there.
You know, so since that it was our longest interview at the CB show, we'll cut it down to one interview, one who's who.
That'll be good for this week.
Yeah. But we got lots more.
Oh, we got a lot more we're going to dig into.
Yeah, so, you know, with that, we'll wrap up. But before we go, hold on. My daughter has been after me, Cameron. You know, she's been our first subscriber. She's probably gave us our first thumbs up.
Right.
Every week she's there. She's loyal. And I got to give her a shout out. You know, she's participating in soccer. She loves the sport. So, anyways, Cameron, here you go. Here's your 10
Great
seconds
job,
there.
Cameron. You got on camera. One of these days you can stop it and pop
we
a
would
video. We'll
yeah,
throw it
right.
on.
The
So.
TV show here. But in all seriousness, our sponsors, we met the president and CEO this week on the CB show here, gave it, a video. Again, couldn't do it without them. This makes this all possible. Each week, we can do this, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Without the sponsorships and without the support of Steve.
Yeah.
Exactly. Steve's supportive of everything that everybody's doing, and without the support of him and the sponsors, we wouldn't be able to do what we do each week. So.
Yeah. So I guess we'll wrap it up there this week, and again, we talked about we had a couple bumps this week. We can work through that.
Yeah. Start fresh new next week, and like I said, I'll get a running tally, and we'll set goals. What's to strive for, but if you don't have a goal to shoot for. So
that's right.
Let's do that.
No worries here.
No,
yeah, we got a great team out there.
Positive, great week overall. So the final ending is good, and we'll start again next week.
Absolutely.
So have a good weekend. Get home safe.
Hey, don't forget that thumbs up too.